Hello everybody, let me introduce myself. My name is Oktaviani Muliati with a registration number 33 and I'm responsible for 3 points. Firstly, the influence of culture. Secondly is benefit of adaptation, and finally is cultural preservation. First topic is the influence of culture. The purpose of today's presentation to explain definition of the influence of culture, secondly is benefits of adaptation, and finally is cultural preservation. I just like to give you some background information about definition the influence of culture. If here are any question you like to ask, please leave with them until the end when I'll do my best to answer them. Now, let's move how culture shapes individuals and society. Culture refers to a set of values, norms, customs, behaviors, beliefs, language, and practices passed down from generation to generation in a community or next. Expert opinion The Influence of Culture by Edward Hall. The concept of high context and low context. Then we look at culture is the backbone of any society. It includes the shared beliefs, values, custom, practice, and society behavior that define a group of people. Now let's move on culture influence. The first, identity. Second, social behavior, and the third, worldview. Culture is powerful because it forms the foundation for societal norms and affect how we relate to the world. That's all I had to say about general definition, the influence of the culture, expert opinions on the influence of the culture. Let's bring me to the end of my presentation. Thank you for your This leads me to my next points about the benefit of adaptation. Adaptation highlights its key benefits and show how adapting to new cultures and creative positive customs for individuals and society. Franz Johnsbury is one of the most influential scholars in the study of culture adaptation. Berry identified four acculturation strategies. First, integration. Second, assimilation, separation, and marginality. Cultural adaptation is the process by which individuals learn to understand, accept, and integrate into a different culture environment. In explanation of why adaptation matters in the globalization world, the ability to adapt to different culture allows a person communicate effectively, work productively, develop open and flexible thinking, appreciate differences, expand career opportunities. Next, adapting to a new culture helps individuals become more open-minded. That's all I have to say about the benefit of adaptation. That's bring me the end of my presentation. Thank you for your. And this leads me to my next points about cultural preservation. The purpose of today's presentation is to explain the definition of cultural preservation, explore its importance, give some examples of preservation efforts, and highlight what we can do to help protect and maintain cultural heritage. I just like to give you some background information about cultural includes traditions, language, rituals, arts, and historical sites that define a group identity. That's why cultural preservation has become a key topic globally. Organizations like UNESCO and local governments around the world are working to safeguard culture for future generations. Edward said a culture theorist argues that cultural identity is central to self-understanding and community survival. Next, let's define what cultural preservation actually means. Cultural preservation refers to the effort to maintain, protect, and restore cultural heritage, whether it's tangible like monuments and artifacts or intangible like language, custom, and tradition. Now, let's move on to example of cultural preservation efforts: reviving indigenous language, restoration of historical buildings, cultural festivals, digital. That's all I have to say about the example of cultural preservation. That brings me to the end of my presentation. Thank you for your attention.